Hello, welcome to SwitchedOn, Paul speaking, and welcome to my look at a new game that's coming to the Nintendo Switch today, and that is Descenders, which comes from No More Robot Games, and will set you back $25, £20 in the UK, although there is a discount period at the moment. I think it's 10% off if you order pretty quickly. The actual title for this game is Descenders Extreme Procedural Freeriding. Now what that means is that the game is a procedurally generated game. Basically the courses that you run on are randomized for every run. Now they aren't completely random in terms of their layout. What's randomized, as I just keep dying over and over. By the way, this is just the free area, the sort of free ride area. I will get into some races and stuff in a second. So yeah, the courses aren't actually randomized completely. What happens is that a map appears, and I'll show you this in a second, but a map appears and the order of the courses across the map are randomized. I've seen it described a little bit like the system in FTL, the space combat game, where you sort of get a random space map to move across, but it's like that here, but with biking across a landscape. Now I'm going to do a full review on this. I've had this about getting on for a week, and really been enjoying it. It's not without its faults, so I will hopefully try and get a full review up over the weekend, but just thought as it's coming out and the embargo's lifted, I would stick some content up for you. Now this is the free ride area, as I say, but currently you can do anything. You can just practice and dick around basically. There is a shop which I'll show you in a second, and you can customize your rider. But you may have noticed in the top right hand or top left hand corner, sorry, there's some other names out. Now this game is I won't say designed to be played with friends, but certainly possible. There's drop in, drop out online gameplay. So at the moment, just you don't even you can turn it off, but you don't even really have to request an online session. It's just kind of booted into a session here, and 3 other players have joined me, random players, I don't know who they are, and you can just sort of muck around here. You can't really interact with each other, you can't crash into each other or anything like that. You can't cause each other to fall off, so there's no harm in this really. And also once you take to the courses, you can all race together. So let's get into the crux of the game. You can drive into these things, so you ride into these things. We've got something here called the shed. Just smash into the door. Brilliant. So yeah, the shed. You can ride into here. I'll tell you what, it's easy to press the start button or the plus button. So press the plus button and you get the menu. You can go for a ride, which we'll show you in a second. The shed, which I've just crashed into. This here lets you customize your bike. So you've got different bikes, and I've unlocked a couple. Different helmets, different goggles, different shirts, pants, handlebars, rear wheel. You can have like accessories on the rear wheel, and hats as well. You can unlock. All this is unlockable throughout the game as you complete levels and legs and stuff. Leaderboards. Got leaderboards here for all sorts of stuff. Let's just see if we can quickly load some in. There you go. Fairly quick session times. See me way down at the bottom now. Sponsors you can get as you play through the game. I've attracted or working my way towards Arborel here. But these other sponsors, and they'll give you different things, different bonuses and buffs and stuff when you get onto the track. Extras, you can save replays, some codes there, and the credits and settings. You can change a few things there. As you see that you can play in an offline mode, so if you don't want people randomly dropping into your game, you can change that there, and you can play as a female if you want to, which is cool. Of course, that should be the way. All your controls are listed here, but we'll go through those in a second. We'll just get into a ride now. So if you press to ride, then you get these further options. The career session is the main career mode. There's 4 different areas, I think. Yeah, I think it's 4 different areas. There's like a dirt track, a desert, a forest, and what's the last? I'm not sure what the last area is. I have seen it. There's a career mode Plus session here as well, which is actually 4 further areas that are quite a lot harder. Free ride is really cool. You can make up your own tracks basically, although you just sort of moving some sliders around to see how many jumps, how curvy and how steep they are. But that's fairly random and quite a nice little thing to do. Multiplayer lobby, if you really want to get a dedicated multiplayer game going rather than the drop in and dropping out. White Parks was quite interesting as well. I tried these and I absolutely hated them, but maybe we'll have a look before the video's out. But they're basically like Wipeout style courses, but I couldn't get very far on them at all. But a nice fun little addition. So we're going to go into a ride. We're going to start a career session in the Highlands. Now this game, it's quite a cool system. Let's just get into the first track. It's actually loading in. We'll get through the first track, then you can see the map. But basically, you've got a map. You have to work your way across this randomised map. Each little race may give you different benefits. Could be different sorts of tracks as well. Like some could be more steep. Some could be more trick-based. Some could be speed-based. And you're basically working your way towards the randomised boss level, which is just like in a random place on the map. And again, hopefully we'll see that if we get through this map here. If you beat the boss track, which usually involves a massive jump. The first one here involves jumping over a moving train, which is pretty cool. You move on to the next area. And in this game, as it's a sort of almost a roguelike, or it's certainly procedural, that sort of a roguish sort of feel. If you die, you go right back to the beginning and have to start again. But if you can defeat the boss track on an area 3 times, so you know, if I can complete here, get right through to the boss track and do the boss jump, do that 3 times, you unlock a permanent shortcut to the next area, so you don't have to work through all of these areas again. So here we go. As you can see, we've got some online players with us, and again, there's no real need to race here. Is the main thing. Oh, ooh. So yeah, that's the main takeaway really. I should make a real better point of that, is that there's no real timer as such. Some of the tracks will give you a bonus if you complete them in a certain amount of time, but this isn't a race. You don't get anything for you know, being quicker than anyone else. This is all about finishing, you against the track, and also doing tricks. You can see in the top right hand corner there, you get a randomized objective on each track. And this one was to do 2 backflips. If you can do that, which I have done, it's because it's gone green, you get some health back. You basically get 3 lives on a track. If you lose all your lives, it's game over and it's back to the beginning. But you can see there, I did 2 backflips, I get 1 health. My time, rep and flow. The rep is from doing tricks and stuff and being quick, doing different sorts of tricks. And then the flow there is the rep earned per minute. And as you see, as we go through a run, that'll all go up. So here's the map. The numbers indicate that there's players on those tracks, so you can avoid them if you want. But basically, the track spawns out from here. We started in this corner. We've now got 3 options. We can go for a steep, curvy race, a straight race, or just a straight up race. Again, don't know why they call them races, because they're technically, you know, you're not really racing anyone. I don't think. Not that I've played anyway. So we've got to work our way over there to the right hand side, where that sort of skull is on the right hand side. That's the boss track that we're working towards. So you know, you're going to try and get over here to the boss track as best as you can. As I say, there's no need to rush. You take your time, make sure you complete the tracks. You shouldn't have too many trouble. We're going to go on. Let's try this race actually, because I'm pretty sure it isn't a race as such. So you can see there the track is graded. Every track is graded from steepness, curves and stunts, and then you get a general idea. So this is going to be quite a downhill track, but not many curves and not many jumps. The bonus objective has just spun around, and we've got to finish this within 40 seconds. So we have got a timed track here. Generally, as I say, 9 out of 10 aren't time based at all. You've just got to do what you can. And again, you don't even have to do this bonus objective. It's just an optional one to get you a life back. You just want to take your time, make sure you complete the race. So holding down ZR will let you pedal. ZL will let you brake. We've also got some different camera angles, which are really nice. Pressing the X button. I love this camera angle, but it's hard to control. It's kind of a sort of a offset action camera, but it's really cool. I love it. And if you think that's cool, wait till you get a hand wait till you get the a look at the handlebar mode. And this, when you do a flip, yeah, quite nauseating. But some of the tracks, you have to be careful on the map. Some of the tracks, they're sort of little niches, will force you. Oh, it's a shame it just glitched then. Will force you to use the handlebar mode. You haven't got a choice. Normally you've got a choice. You can press the X button, cycle through. There's a bit of a distance camera, and then back to the default camera. So here we go. So we'll finish in 40 seconds. It's gone red because we can't do it. We've taken too long. But here's the finish line for this track. We don't earn any bonus. We can save the replay, and you can see we've got a time now, some more rep, and then you see the rep, or the flow as they call it, the reputation per minute. We're down to 331 on this current run. So you get the score for your track, current track, and then the score for the session total. So this here is a fire node. Sometimes they allow you to pick up sponsors, but they're just generally the hardest sort of tracks, so you want to kind of avoid those. Let's try it for mellow, curvy stunts. Sounds like a Kenny Everett sketch, doesn't it? Don't know who Kenny Everett is. Ask your parents. Another thing I love about this game, and I mean absolutely adore it, and it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be personal taste. I absolutely love the music in this game. It's perfect for the game. It's really cool, drum and bass. Not normally the sort of thing I listen to. I'm very much like a rock music person, but just absolutely love this music. I don't think it's like licensed. I think it's just original artists contributing to the game, but absolutely love it. So we've got a big trick. Probably could have done a double backflip there. Now it's really hard to do. Well, it's not hard actually. It's hard to get them in and be good at it. Let me say that. The tricks, as you can see, I'm doing some basic backflips. You can do a forward flip. You can do a 360. You can fall off your bike and mangle your legs around it. If you hold down the L bumper, the left button, you can then combine that with the right stick to do some simple tricks, like here. That one's called a candy bar, apparently. I'm sure if you're into biking, you know all these kind of things. I just want to get to a nice big ramp and then try and do something a bit more fancy. But yeah, right. Oh my goodness, here's the castle. This is quite tricky because you need to, whoa, not land on your head. I really got some big air off of that. Didn't mean to hit that quite so hard. Let's try that again. We know that's coming up. And I would say if I'm going to have a little criticism of Descenders, it is what I've just said there. You don't really know what's coming up, so it makes it hard to learn the tracks and know when to do stunts, when you've got the clearance to do them, when you haven't got the clearance, when there's an obstacle the other side. Oh, rescued it. So let's try and tackle this castle. I'm going to come back to the crew member in a moment. If you see in the top left hand corner, you've got, oh no, you have to jump that. Forgot that. See, again, that's what you need to be aware of. So top left hand corner, you've got kind of a shield that's now got a green circle in it. That fills up as you earn more rep, and if you earn enough and the shield goes green, as it's done now, you earn a crew member. And what will happen at the end of this run, if we get to it, which is looking a little unlikely, especially if I keep doing stunts. Stop doing stunts. You can unlock a crew member, and they will basically give you a passive bonus for the rest of this run. So worth doing. Ooh. It's like kickstart the old game. Oh, crunch. Right, well now last stand. This is the last chance to do this run. Otherwise, it's going to be game over. But I hope you've kind of seen enough. This game is out today. I think I said that at the start. I've really, really been enjoying it. It can be frustrating, especially at first when you're learning sort of the inertia of the bike and how to do the controls and stuff. But getting the hang of it now. And I'm so pleased to see people playing it online as well, because it's obviously been a bit quiet the last week during the review period. Oh, and I'm dead. Yeah, you need to pedal down that ramp really and then flick off the end. I'll show you the Wipeout Tracks quickly and show you what that's about. As I say, I really struggle with that, but it is a nice thing. Here we go. We unlock some marvellous magenta shorts. Awesome. We'll equip those now. You can do a quick restart, which basically reloads the Highlands area, or if you press A, we'll go back to the free ride area. But yeah, hope you like the music too. Let me know what you think. I think it suits the game perfectly. Here we are. You see those black dots on the screen there, other players, so you can kind of get a good idea. Oh, crunch. Good idea where to head to. I'm sure if you like these sort of sports games like Tony Hawk's and stuff, and what was that guy who did the BMX game on the PlayStation? Matt something, wasn't it? He's a famous BMXer. But yeah, if you like those sort of games and you can do the stunts, you'll be okay. I get really thumb-tied with these sort of games and end up just falling on my arse all the time, as you've probably seen. Yeah. So let's have a look at the Wipeout Tracks, the bike parks. As I say, I didn't get really much further than the start of this track. And I tried it for about 20 minutes and I just gave up. But it's really tricky. But as you can see, it's kind of that Wipeout inspired. What I have learned here is if you go too fast here, you miss a lot of momentum down this ramp. You really need to pedal. Oh, and not hit the top of the polo. So yeah, this is a bit frustrating. But could be pretty fun in multiplayer, I guess. And then we fall too short for in water. This was kind of the story. I'm not that bad. I did get a little bit further. I did make this jump and go a little bit around this course. Here we go. Oh, it's dead. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it this time. Not like that anyway. Right, one more go. Oh, I've got someone else on here. Right, you press A, you reset your bike at any time. Here we go. Oh, we're in the wheel of death. One more go, and then we are going to wrap this video up. So I'm not going to make that either, are we? So there you go. We'll go back to the start. So I hope you enjoyed that look at Descenders. As I say, sorry it's not a full review. I will try and get one out. I really want to get back to doing full reviews on the channel, which I've kind of drifted away from the last sort of few months. I enjoy doing these playthroughs and hope you enjoy watching them too. But you can't beat a review and sticking a score on it. I will say with this game, like I said earlier, I do really like it. It's really addictive trying to unlock all the nodes on the track and get to the end. So I've had a really good time. Once you get into the flow of it, you'll see what I mean. I'll try and edit in some footage of the other tracks that I've got to just while I'm finishing this video off here. I got through to the woodland track, which is quite hairy, scary as well. So there you go. That is Descenders on the Nintendo Switch. Let me know what you think. I really enjoyed this a lot, and I'm going to keep playing it. Give me a comment below. Let me know what you think, if that's okay, and thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, please. And if you're new here, please subscribe. It'd be great to have you. But until then, I will say thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.